YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Gaming Champ 23. We're back with another video. Listen, today got something special, especially if you love the 4-2-5 defense. I'm literally gonna be discussing how I ran the 4-2-5 defense to perfection versus Notre Dame in the road to college football playoffs and CFB 26. Granted, I'm using Florida State, right? Not the best team in the world, but not the worst team either. Yeah, I said that right. Not the best team in the world, but not the worst team. That's sort of like, I don't know, in the middle, right? We're taking on a tier 1 team, Notre Dame. In this video, you're going to see a lot of different defensive mechanics, especially with the settings, when it comes to boundary, when it comes to playing to the field side. Some of these things have not been discussed, and I do ultimately believe that this actually helps your defense to play in favor. Listen, we're going to cover all of that. So if you love the 4-2-5 defense and you've been wondering how to switch your different settings with your safeties and things such as that, this is absolutely the video for you. I'm not going to spoil it. Before we get into it, make sure you hit that like button. And listen, if you get value out of this video, listen, this is the only time I will ask you to subscribe. If you get value out of this video, which means that you've learned something, make sure you hit the subscription button, the subscribe button. This will help the channel tremendously grow, but that's only if you get value out of it. That's the only thing I ask. Hit the like button. Let's get into it, guys. Welcome back inside. Listen, guys, I have not heard a lot of people speak on this, the alignment purposes in your coach settings when it comes to defense, how you can switch or change as far as your depth, how they play the field, how to play the boundary, how they align to the weak and strong side of the field. Like, these things are super important, and you know, if you're not using them, then you're setting yourself up to not be as successful on defense. Can you still win games playing default? Absolutely. But the thing about defense is on this game is that you want to begin to throw people off, right? You want to do different things as far as disguising your coverage, and this would absolutely, once you learn these techniques that I'm going to share with you today, you're going to learn how to throw your opponent off and have them thinking, second guessing how they're going to throw the ball. And then what that does, you know, you're basically taking them off schedule, and you're going to get more interceptions, you're going to get more sacks, you're going to generate pressure. So instead of me showing the best blitz or the fastest blitz, I believe in teaching you the real concept of the game. Like, because truthfully, if you're running against a good user and they know how to block mid blitz, what else are you going to fall on, right? You don't have a foundation. So let's go ahead and get into this gameplay right here. We're going to start out 1st and 10, and you know, he threw to the boundary. They're on the bubble, right? That's fine. So what we are going to do right now, guys, we're going to jump into the 4-2-5 under. Absolutely one of my favorite defensive playbooks or formations. And you see the safety midpoint now. Now we're playing with our settings, and we're going to set our safeties to the boundary. And so one of the things that you can see now, I have 3 versus 2. You saw that linebacker was coming over, but I wanted to confuse him because what I'm going to do, I am going to do what is called the switch stick, and we get an interception. Just little things like that, right? It completely confused him. He thought I was going to be on the linebacker, right? And you saw how the linebacker came over, and then I moved the linebacker inside. So just keep these things in mind, you know, right? Make sure you're writing notes, because this is definitely a video you want to do it. And so, you know, coming on offense now, we're going to break down offense as well. Florida State, I don't like how they did Tommy C. I mean, on CFB 25, he was rated pretty solid. And so I had to go with my man Brock Glenn up here. And we did absolutely nothing on offense. So we're going to get the ball back on defense, and we're up 3-0. Again, he's coming out in tight, open. And again, we're still setting our defense to the boundary side. And so what I want to do right here is I just want to kind of play on it. And what I wanted to do on defensively was play on the side where the running back was on, because I felt like that was where he was going at. Only had 2 on 3 on that particular situation. And you can see, like, in the run game right here, by me still having it set towards boundary, you saw how the gaps were able to get filled by the linebacker. I think that was something that you should absolutely pay attention to. Again, college is all about alignment. And then right here, perfect position. We come down with a hook curl and we make a play. Now it is 4th and 2, right? 4th and 2. And we're going to switch the front up. We're going to go to over flex. That is absolutely a new formation in the game that has come over. They did a pretty good job with the 4-2-5 defense. It's not the same as my man Gary Patterson back in the day. I'm still fighting that. You know, I'm still fighting that huge bullet that we can get that into the game at some point. And you saw he's coming out in tight. So we're still in the cover 2 shell. We're still rocking the same as far as the field. Not the field, we're still rocking boundary, actually. We're still in the boundary. And right here, we do call a stunt. I highly recommend, but I think right here I messed the stunt up when I shifted the formation. So don't do that per se. It's also a learning experience, right? You'll be able to learn what not to do. And right here, we're in a cover 4, and we come in and make the tackle on the bubble. That's exactly what you're gonna do. 33 now. Actually, I was in field in that particular situation. I probably didn't show when I was editing, when I switched it to boundary. But we go back in the boundary, and we cover 4. And I do want to kind of just pause it right there. Now, you see how I could possibly come with this cornerback if I wanted to, right? And probably get some pressure. That's something that you always got to keep in mind. You know, if you see the numbers game where you can maybe take advantage, try to do so. Try to do so. And defense play beautiful right there, right? Again, we're just playing with our safety midpoints. We're changing it to either field or boundary. And the reason why we do that is because we want to keep ourselves aligned with the spaces of the field, and then also formations dictate that as well. So we got the ball back on offense, and again, we're just trying to do a little something. The offense with me with FSU, because I feel like they really didn't. The playbook is phenomenal, but I just don't think they did the quarterback situation right. That the quarterbacks are, you know, the way that they did Tommy C, man, is just ridiculous. It makes it hard to move the ball. And so you see me doing a lot of RPOs in this game because I absolutely had to try to move the ball. But I love the way that Malzahn offense is on this game. Right here, we do just like a little stick route with bubble, and we hit the stick. And this is actually a good play. I had 2 options right here, and we just lasered that in there with block right there. That was an excellent throw. And we're back on defense now, right? And we're just playing back just because it's almost the end of the half. And so we're willing to give up anything underneath, to be truthful. Just giving up anything underneath. The thing about the 4-2-5 defense where you may get into a little trouble is when they go 5 wide. You're going to have to remember to drop one of your defensive tackles or defensive ends in the coverage so you can kind of protect yourself. There are some things that you can do, like running Tampa 3 and stuff like that, but you know, you got to remember 5 wide is really deadly in this game. I feel like they made it overpower. I don't like to run, you know, the mug blitzes, double mug blitz and stuff like that, because I don't per se like to leave my guys on one-on-one coverage, not unless they're absolutely rock stars. Like if I got Georgia or somebody like that, or Oklahoma, Texas that got them good corners, yeah, I'll play man-to-man defense and leave them on islands and stuff. And right here was just my fault. I had the safety's depth just a little bit too deep right there, and he's able to get himself in a better predicament as far as getting a first down, or a touchdown, or a field goal rather. And so we're back on offense again. It's not the most prettiest thing in the world. We're throwing a lot of heavily contested passes because, I mean, just to be truthful, the offense is kind of limited. I like the offense. I do like mobile quarterbacks, first of all, don't get me wrong. I like mobile quarterbacks, but I absolutely love a quarterback that can throw that ball on this game. And so right here, guys, it's 4th and 3, and we're going forward. And we're just going to wait for that corner to reveal itself in that hard flat. He came down. We was patient. Patience is the key. Offense and defense, just being patient is definitely the key on this game. And right here, we substitute Tommy C, put him in, and he does a little read option, picks up a first down. And so, you know, if you're using Florida State, I'm a Noel fan. If you're using Florida State, sometimes you got to play both of them, you know, because It's almost like they wanted to make him a an example out of him with the new mechanic. If like you're a short quarterback having trouble seeing over the offensive line, and right there I wasn't patient enough. If I would have picked my spots, I probably would have been able to get more yardage, but still that puts us in position for 3rd and inches. So, and then right here, guys, again, I love the formation of what Gus does in this game. And right here, guys, was able to do like a little jet option, load option. And I'm telling you, Squirrel White, he's gone. He's off to the races. This dude is fast on this game. I think he has like 95 speed. So we go up 17-3, right? So we're in good situation. We got the safeties dropping back, and we're still with our settings, right? Perfect position, right? That's why I say we play textbook now. Now let me know how in the world. I zoomed in on it just for you guys to see. Now how in the world that pass gets there, right? And this is the frustrating part about this game. That should have been 2 picks, right? That should have been 2 picks. Frustrating part about this game is when you're there and you're making plays. Right, he's bad. That's just a simple cover 4. We make him fumble, and his offensive line falls on it. So those are 3 scenarios where we probably should have gotten the ball back, and we're running match. I mean, we're just running match coverage at this point. The war chant is absolutely going crazy right now. Now look at this. He gets to throw a crazy BS pass, and that's why people have problems with this game. There might have been over 4 people and a SWAT mechanic coming and trying to knock the ball out. That is absolutely why people have problems or are frustrated with the game. Again, the defense is playing so good because of the settings, right? Learning how to set your defense to the field, learning how to set your defense to the boundary. And so when we say boundary, we mean the short side of the field. When we say field, we mean the wide side of the field. Once you start to implement that, your defense is going to go to another level, right? He gets the touchdown right here, but come on, everybody that's watching right now, you knew how I bagged him up right there. That's just the game, as I like to say, the DDA in the game wanting to give these guys a chance, because there is absolutely no way that should have occurred. We bagged them up, and right here, guys, all we got to do, my heart was beating fast. All we got to do is just recover the kick, and we do. We come out 1st and 10, and we just want to get rid of the clock, man. Just chew the clock and see if we can come home with the victory, right? See if we can keep the victory in dope, rather. And we do like a little step up right there in the pocket, and we kind of switch sides, and we're able to pick up. And now this was a crazy kick. It was 55 yards. I'm thinking like, hey, I got to make this to win the game. And we come through. 55-yarder right there. I don't know who that kicker is, but listen, he's got a cannon of a leg. And right here, guys, you know, we're still in our alignment, right? We're still in our alignment. And right now, I'm just letting you know the blitzes that you can run out of 4-2-5 defense, man. I mean, we just started sitting in the house, right? We just started sitting. And this is not even sitting in the house. This is like a zone blitz. And we're just trying to, you know, put this quarterback on the ground, make them think. And again, you know, just bad. I just started swatting the ball at this point. Like, bad reads don't get rewarded, man. It don't get rewarded. And again, we get them right here. You know, that's the frustrating part about this game. Bad reads do not get rewarded. I'm going to repeat. Bad reads don't. And it literally be having me scared. It literally having me scared. So I'm just like, look, I'm going to hit the squat button. Right here we go with the jet sweep with Cam Davis. And we get the 2-point conversion. At this point, he's giving up. But, you know, the main goal was in this game was to play around with the settings, right? Send pressure and show you guys how the 4-2-5 defense, man, it rocks. It's not my favorite playbook, but if you can run a few things correctly within it, then you're going to set yourself up to be very, very successful. So, you know, my recommendation is, man, go into practice mode and look at this guy. Look at that pressure right there. Now, when your corners, fun fact about the 4-2-5 defense, if you have a good corner and he has quick jump, make sure you're sending him on blitzes. It works the same way as a defensive end. They increase their likelihood to get to the quarterback, basically. And so I thought defensively, in offense, we did enough what we needed to do to win the game, but defense is really, really, really played solid. I mean, you can't run the 4-2-5 defense any better than that. And so, listen, get into practice mode. Make sure that you understand what the concepts of field and boundary is. Remember, field is the wide side of the field. Boundary is the weak side of the field or the short side of the field. Set your defense accordingly.